It is never too late to shape your destiny, and love, my friend, is destiny's most powerful sculptor. Many believe that love fades with time, that passion is reserved for the young, and that the twilight years are merely for reminiscing. I am here to tell you otherwise. Age is not the enemy, it is the gateway to wisdom, and wisdom, when combined with love, creates a marriage more powerful than the folly of youth ever could. When considering remarriage after the age of 60, one of the most vital steps is taking time to deeply understand who you are now. Life has shaped you in ways you couldn't have predicted in your younger years. You've experienced joy, disappointment, success, and perhaps heartbreak. Each of those moments has influenced your beliefs, preferences, and emotional needs before saying, "I do." Again, it's essential to reflect on the person you've become, not the person you were in your last marriage or the version of yourself from decades past. Often, people assume that love and relationships follow the same rules they did earlier in life. But at this stage, your clarity, boundaries, and life perspective have evolved. What once seemed important may no longer hold weight, while qualities you once overlooked, like emotional stability, respect, shared values, and peace, may now top your list. Taking stock of this transformation is not just helpful, it's necessary. Ask yourself what truly matters now. Is it companionship? Is it spiritual alignment? Is it intellectual stimulation or shared life rhythms? And equally important, what are your non-negotiables? Those deeply held values or life patterns that you will not compromise. This self-awareness becomes the foundation of any successful relationship at this stage of life. When you know your needs clearly, you're less likely to choose a partner out of fear, loneliness, or nostalgia. Instead, you make your choice from a position of strength, clarity, and intention. In doing so, you don't just increase your chances of a lasting partnership. You also ensure that your next chapter is built on authenticity, not illusion. Knowing who you are today means choosing a love that matches your current truth, not a shadow of your past. As you approach remarriage after 60, the desire for companionship is natural. The comfort of having someone to share daily life with can be deeply appealing, especially after years of solitude or navigating loss. However, companionship alone is not enough to build a lasting, fulfilling relationship. At this stage of life, compatibility, true, deep alignment, is far more important than momentary comfort. Compatibility means more than liking the same hobbies or enjoying each other's company. It's about shared values, emotional understanding, and mutual respect. It's about how two people navigate life together, how they handle stress, make decisions, deal with finances, relate to family, and envision their future. While companionship can ease loneliness, compatibility sustains love through the inevitable ups and downs. Choosing someone based on surface level comfort can lead to disappointment if the foundational aspects of your lives don't align. For instance, if one partner craves travel and new experiences while the other prefers staying close to home, tension can arise. If one values deep conversation and emotional connection while the other avoids vulnerability, a gap begins to form. These aren't minor differences. They are signs of how two lives will either blend or clash. True compatibility creates peace, not friction. It allows both partners to thrive without losing themselves. It means each person brings their whole self to the relationship without feeling the need to shrink or compromise their core identity. In a remarriage where each person often has a full life already established, this harmony is essential. So, while the desire for companionship is understandable, the focus should be on whether the person beside you complements your journey and shares your vision of what this chapter of life should look like. When companionship is rooted in compatibility, love doesn't just feel good, it lasts, Before entering into a new marriage after the age of 60, it's essential to confront and heal any emotional wounds from the past. Whether your previous relationship ended due to divorce, death, or long-term separation, those experiences leave a lasting imprint. Carrying unresolved grief, resentment, guilt, or disappointment into a new relationship can quietly sabotage it from within. It's not time alone that heals. It's conscious reflection, acceptance, and release. Many people rush into a new relationship hoping it will erase the pain of the past, but love cannot be used as a bandage. If you haven't fully processed the loss or lessons of your previous relationship, you may find yourself repeating old patterns, projecting old fears, or harboring unspoken expectations that no new partner can realistically meet. Emotional baggage doesn't disappear because you've found someone new. It waits patiently until it finds a moment to resurface. Healing doesn't mean forgetting the past or pretending it didn't matter. It means understanding what happened, owning your part in it, forgiving yourself and others, and making peace with the emotions that come with it. This emotional clarity is a gift not only to yourself, but to your future partner. It allows you to enter your next marriage with openness rather than defensiveness, presence rather than distraction, and trust instead of suspicion. True readiness for remarriage comes when you can look back without bitterness and look forward without fear. When your heart is clear, you can build a new relationship that isn't weighed down by yesterday's shadows. Only then can love grow in freedom and light. By doing the inner work first, you give your next union the opportunity to thrive, not as a reaction to the past, but as a conscious choice grounded in healing and hope. When considering remarriage after 60, it's important to understand that your life is not a blank slate. By this stage, you've built a legacy, a lifetime of memories, values, relationships, and perhaps children or grandchildren. The decision to marry again is not only about your personal happiness, it's also about how this new relationship will fit into the larger framework of your life story. The person you choose will inevitably influence your existing world, and that makes it critical to choose with awareness and intention. Legacy isn't just about money or inheritance. It's about emotional continuity, reputation, and the example you set for others, especially family members who have watched you navigate life's trials and triumphs. Will your new partner honor your journey and respect the history you carry? Will they understand the importance of the life you've already built and show grace and patience as they become part of it? Integrating someone new into your life at this stage requires emotional maturity from both sides. Your partner should not try to replace or compete with your past, but rather stand alongside it, bringing new richness and meaning to your future. A healthy remarriage enhances your legacy. It doesn't disrupt or erase it. Moreover, you must also consider how your new relationship affects those around you. Adult children, lifelong friends, or even former in-laws may have feelings about your decision. While their approval shouldn't dictate your choices, it's wise to navigate these dynamics thoughtfully. Communication, empathy, and firm boundaries help ensure your legacy remains intact and respected. Choosing to remarry is about more than companionship. It's about consciously adding to the story of your life. When chosen wisely, the right partner becomes a co-author in your legacy, helping to write a final chapter filled with dignity, harmony, and purpose. At this stage in life, love takes on a different form, one that is deeper, quieter, and more meaningful than the rush of youthful romance. Remarrying after 60 is less about infatuation and more about connection on a spiritual and emotional level. Physical attraction and shared activities still matter, but they are no longer the foundation of lasting partnership. What becomes essential is the ability to understand each other's inner world, to offer comfort, companionship, and a sense of emotional security. A fulfilling relationship now requires shared purpose and emotional presence. It's about having someone who listens with empathy, communicates with honesty, and stands beside you during both the calm and the storm. This kind of connection provides a sense of peace that surpasses superficial excitement. It is not about chasing thrills, but about building a life rooted in calm trust and mutual support. Emotional maturity becomes the cornerstone of love. Both partners must be able to speak openly about their feelings, needs, and fears without judgment or defensiveness. At this age, you're not trying to mold someone into your ideal version. You're accepting them as they are, flaws, strengths, and all, and hoping they do the same for you. That kind of acceptance creates a profound bond, one that isn't shaken easily. Spiritual compatibility also plays a stronger role. Whether you share a faith, a world, or simply a deep respect for each other's beliefs, that shared foundation becomes a source of strength. You're not just building a relationship for the moment. You're building a sanctuary where both souls can feel at home. Love after 60 is not the spark that quickly fades. It's the steady flame that warms a room. And when that flame is tended with emotional care and spiritual connection, it has the power to light your path for the rest of your journey. Choosing to remarry after 60 should come from a place of strength, not from fear or loneliness. It can be tempting to seek a new relationship simply to fill the quiet spaces in your life, especially if you've spent years alone or are healing from the absence of a long-time partner. But love born from need often leads to imbalance. True partnership flourishes when both people bring wholeness to the table, when the desire to share life comes not from emptiness, but from abundance. At this point in life, you have likely overcome many challenges, built a meaningful life, and discovered your own inner resilience. That strength is a powerful foundation for a new relationship, one that is not about being saved or completed, but about walking together as equals. You are not seeking someone to fix you or to fill a void. You are inviting someone into a life that already has value and purpose. When marriage is approached from this empowered place, it becomes a conscious choice, not a reaction. You're not rushing toward something out of desperation, but moving toward someone because you genuinely see the potential for shared joy, growth, and peace. It allows both partners to support and inspire each other without losing their individual identities. This kind of strength also allows you to set healthy boundaries, communicate clearly, and choose wisely. It gives you the confidence to say no to relationships that don't align with your values, and yes to the ones that elevate your life. Remarrying from strength means embracing love not as a solution to loneliness, but as an expression of a life that's already full. It means seeing your next chapter as an opportunity to deepen connection, rather than escape solitude. In that mindset, love becomes not just a comfort, but a conscious, empowered decision.